Totems are a pretty important mechanic in Crab Champions that tends to confuse players, or at least that's what I've personally noticed throughout this closed beta period. So let's talk about it. First off, you need to know that totems can appear in both shop islands and throughout regular combat islands. They can be anywhere at any time, not literally. I mean, there's specific spawn locations and you'll start to catch on to where those locations are as you play more, but they are throughout all the islands. Another cool thing about totems is that they often cannot be used very many times. The quantity, for example, gold totems almost always break after one usage, but not always. Just in general, you use them a couple times and there's a percentage chance that they will break and not be usable again. Some of them have 100% chance, some of them have very low, closer to like 10 to 20 to 25%. It really depends, and we don't know the exact percentages, but just know that they will break eventually. So let's just check out what kind of things you can expect with totems. And as a reminder, of course, this is all subject to change, but as of the end of the closed beta, as things wrap up and we move into early access period, there are currently 10 totems in the game. Well, really, we've got 9 plus 1 that has been discontinued. Anyway, let's get into it. First off, the health totem. This is a doozy. You're gonna want to use this one a lot, but then again, maybe not. It is a 50% chance to double your max health and a 50% chance to half it. It is brutal at times and also completely sways a run in your favor in other times. It's insane. You're gonna want to check this one out. Next, we've got the crystal totem. You give about 33% of your max health in exchange for a set amount of crystals, and as you use it, that amount goes up. So you'll initially get a couple hundred, then close to 1,000, then a couple thousand. It ramps its way up. Chance totem. This is another one where you give some of your max health, this time only 10%, but in exchange for a 25% chance at a random pickup. So there is no guarantees here. But in theory, if you give 40% of your max health, that's 10% 4 times. Big brain math over here. You will get a pickup, and over time, you will see that that's how that works. Statistics and stuff. Random totem. This one completely randomizes your inventory. Just takes whatever you have, and you will not have that anymore. You will have different items. Now, in my personal experience, it often makes your inventory a little bit better than when you went into it. But if you had a build in mind, kiss that puppy goodbye, because you're getting random items. But I do end up getting legendaries most of the time, so I don't know. Maybe it's an upgrade, maybe it's not. Maybe this is recency bias, okay? But there it is, the random totem. Moving on over to the gamble totem. You give a set amount of crystals for a 25% chance at a random pickup. And that set amount of crystals will increase as you utilize the totem more and more until it eventually breaks. Fuse totem gives you a random item, but you must use this totem within a pretty small time frame. I don't know the exact range, but once you get within that range, there's a timer. 3 seconds maybe, then it just kind of explodes. I mean, the totem has a fuse, quite literally, and you'll typically get a rare item, but technically it can be anything. Very similar to the glass totem, same sort of thing. It gives a random item for free, but it does break easily. It's made out of glass. A grenade or a bullet can break it, and you will get nothing. So you got to be careful, run up there, grab your free item. Again, mostly rares, but you can get anything. And now to our most rare and best totems. We've got the gold totem. Gives a random legendary pickup, but your max health gets cut in half. Pretty brutal, but hey, legendary items are legendary for a reason. They're very good, and I personally use this totem every single time I find it. Finally, we've got the greed totem. You receive a random greed perk, and greed perks are greedy. You get a very, very, very big benefit, but you also give up a very big drawback. They're greedy. What can you say? Here's an example. Playing with power, you get a 300% damage increase, but you can now damage yourself. And if you've seen any of my past gameplay, there's a lot of elemental damage and a lot of explosions and splash damage and all that good stuff. It is very easy to end up accidentally killing yourself with this perk. So be cautious. I did mention that there was one totem that's no longer in the game, and that is the perk totem. This totem had a 66% chance to upgrade the level of one of your perks. That's 2/3. And then the other 1/3 chance is to consume it, to remove it from your inventory entirely, never to be seen again, unless of course you find it in the loot pool from a chest or in the shop. Very, very good odds in your favor, but it kind of just ended up being goofy, wasn't being used enough, and Noisestorm decided to take it out of the game. So yeah, that's what totems are. They're an interesting mechanic that just adds some variety. And man, when you're in the heat of a battle, you see a gold totem, a health totem, a greed totem over in the corner of an active island. It's an interesting, little mental battle, a thought process there. Do you go and snag that mid-fight? Do you wait until after the round? Do you try to get it right at the beginning before the enemies spawn? It's good fun, increases the looting mechanics of the game, and it's a good time. So let me know what you think about loot totems in the comment section below, and be on the lookout for this game. Crab Champions hitting Steam Early Access here in just under a week as of time of posting. That's right, baby, April 1st. It is not a joke. You gotta remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is Noistorm we're talking about. The Crab Rave man himself, which, by the way, was an April 1st, 2018 release date. And then April 1st, 2019, the reveal trailer for this game. April 1st, 2020, you may ask? The gameplay trailer for this game. So now on the 5th anniversary of Crab Rave, you're getting the under $10 Steam Early Access release. Boys, I'm excited. If you're watching this after it's already out, then you know what? Just like the video. You made it this far. Clearly, my annoying voice is doing it for you. So give it a like, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Baba Booey. F you.